Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Chantel. This is my basic journey. I normally am living in my 2001 Dodge Grand Caravan, but I am actually still at my mom's house in Illinois, so I figured I would just kind of do a Q&A update video for you guys. I've asked for questions a few times planning on making a Q&A and then just never did. So I'm just going to use some of the questions, the most commonly asked questions I get on this channel, and answer them for you today. And I figured we could start with Joey because I get a lot of questions about Joey and how I came about having Joey. And I have answered this before. I've actually made an entire video about Joey, and I think that was like 3 years ago. So this will be more answering for the newer people who have come onto my channel and have asked me about how I came to have Joey in my life. So Joey just turned 11 on April 16th, and I have had him since he was 10 weeks old. My neighbors at the time bred dogs, and they came over with Joey one day on our doorstep and told us that because of his teeth that he was unsellable, and asked us if we wanted him for free. And so we said yes, and we had to wait a couple more weeks to be at that 10 weeks age so they could be weaned properly. And I have had him since, and he just kind of showed up on my doorstep one day. So yeah, Joey and I have been on many adventures together over the last 11 years. We have moved a lot of times into different houses. We moved across the country together, and he's been on the road with me since 2020. And I couldn't have asked for a better travel companion. He is honestly so good in the van. I have heard horror stories of people's pets just hating it, but Joey, I was really lucky. He just loves it so much. I think he just loves being outdoors. He really just grew up going on all of my outdoor adventures with me and my friends, so I think he just is used to it. But yeah, that was Joey's little story. I've had him since he was a little pup, and he is my best little buddy. Are we going to the dog park, guys? Did you get to go swimming, buddy? I just went on a nice little river walk with my mom and all the dogs. It was a lot of fun. But now I'm back, and I figured I would answer a few more questions that I get all the time, specifically about my van. So I bought my van in 2019, and it was a 2001 Dodge Grand Caravan. It had 145,000 miles. I bought it with my tax return money at the time, and I paid $1,200 for it off of Craigslist. And it has been really good to me for the past 5 years now, which is crazy to think about. And then I spent a year or so, a little over a year, building it out. And I didn't have a lot of money, so it was just kind of every other paycheck I would, do a project, and just took my time getting it done. I was working at a dispensary in Oregon at the time, and then COVID hit. And when COVID happened, my dispensary shut down completely, that they were not reopening that location. It was a dispensary that had multiple locations in the area, and so that was one of the ones they decided they were going to close. And at that point in time, my van was pretty much already built out all the way. Like, it was totally livable at the time. And so I was looking for other jobs and I applied for a job as a camp host in the Deschutes National Forest, and come June I was moved into my van in a campground in Oregon. And by the time that season had finished, my YouTube was built up enough for me to just keep traveling after that. And so that is the little story of my van and getting into my van. Maxie, you're so cute. You're so cute. This is my mom's dog, Max. And she is just the cutest. She is also, I think, 11. She's the same age as Joey. They are just the cutest little buddies. I feel like you're going to be sad when we leave here. So will Joey. You guys are going to miss each other. We'll FaceTime. It'll be fine. So I talked a bit about Joey, and I talked about my van, which are the two things that I'm asked the most about on this channel. And the last thing that I get asked about the most is how much money I make and how much it costs to live on the road. And I'm just going to throw this out there in the beginning that it is going to be so different and vary so much between each person. So when you hear this, numbers, just take it with a grain of salt because it is so different for everybody. I did make a very in-depth video about this. I think it was like 3 years ago, but not much has changed since then. I haven't brought on any more debts, and I've paid off more of my student loans. That's the only big debt that I have. So I make about $1,500 to $2,000 a month online, and that is everything from YouTube, Patreon, Amazon Associates, merch, stickers, and my Etsy shop. Anything else like little projects that I've done, it equals out to about $1,500 to $2,000 a month, which is not a lot of money, but I do not, like I said, have a lot of debts. I really don't have a lot of bills besides my phone bill and like any subscription services I have, my insurance. I don't have any medical bills. I don't have credit cards. I don't have a car payment. So really, like, all I need money for is like food, gas, and then the little bit of bills that I actually do have. So $1,500 to $2,000 a month works for me. I can live off that. I'm also not a very materialistic person, so I don't really need a lot to be happy. I can do just fine on that amount of money, which some people will be like, I wouldn't be able to live on that. Other people make less than that would be like, wow, maybe I can actually do this, because I know that some people who are on Social Security make less than that and they can make it work on the road. I find it to be way cheaper than living in an apartment. I mean, sometimes like rent alone can be $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So I really love what I do. I love my job. I love living on the road. So I wouldn't trade it for anything. And like I said, I don't need a lot to be happy. And I think that's like the main takeaway here. All of my fun activities that I like to do are outdoors and typically free. So I also don't drink or do crazy expensive hobbies. You know, $1,500, and that's like on the lower end, is doable. And I just need everybody to keep in mind that it is going to be so different for every single person in every circumstance. So I don't like answering the question about money too often, because something that works for me might not work for anybody else. So yeah, I did make that video, and I'll link it in case you guys want to see like a more in-depth like breakdown of how much money I spent per month traveling. But yeah, $1,500 to $2,000 works for me. So there you have it. Those are my most frequently asked questions on this channel, and if you've been around for a while, then you've probably heard me answer them before. But I feel like since we've had new people come in, I've been getting a lot of those older questions again, so I just wanted to throw this out there and answer some of those questions for people who are wondering. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, definitely subscribe below. I'll also put a link for my Patreon in the description box in case you're interested in checking that out and helping support my channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!